Not a lot of people at this point really know who SurchX is, and I'm going to add to that most people in America probably don't know what surcharging is. But I'm going to tell you that anybody in this country who has a business that takes a credit card is going to know very soon what surcharging is, and they're going to know who SurchX is. And the reason for that is because anybody who takes a credit card and processes credit cards to make money on their business knows what credit card processing fees are, and not only do they know what they are, whenever they think about them, it hurts like hell. Why does it hurt like hell? Because credit card processing fees cost an awful lot to your bottom line. For instance, if you take a merchant that we would consider to be a small business, a company that generates about $1 million or less a year in revenue, you can bet that their credit card processing fees are probably around $30,000 a year. Now, if you take that percentage and amplify that to a much larger company, to $500 million, maybe $1 billion or $2 billion, you can see that those numbers grow. One company, for instance, that we've been talking to that generates about $500 million a year in revenue is experiencing about $250,000 a month in credit card processing fees.
Ouch.
Now imagine if there was a way for you to spread that number out across all of your customers. Makes sense, right? Not only does it make sense, but it's reasonable. The customer is the one that's choosing to use the card that they're using. You're paying for that processing fee no matter what card they use. If they choose to use a points card, which generally costs you more money, you just paid a higher processing fee for that transaction in order for your customer to get more points on their credit card. And here's the kicker. Our research shows that they're willing to pay the fee. In fact, for most of us in many states, when we go to the gas pump, we've been paying that fee for years. How often when you stop at a gas station do you see a cash price versus a card price? And how often do you actually pay by cash? I don't know about you, but I never do. I'm willing to pay the extra money in order to have the convenience of not having to go into the store. In fact, we've run real-world case studies where out of 2,200 people who were purchasing something online were given an opportunity to choose a free payment method or be charged a credit card processing fee if they use their card. And out of those 2,200 transactions, only 6 people chose a free payment method. In fact, what's more, we had 0 complaints and 0 cancellations. So the fact is, surcharging is here and it's here to stay. It's going to become a very common term in business, no differently than the baggage fee has become a common term in the airline industry. SurchX is first to market, but I'm sure we won't be the only company in the market. It's taken us almost 2 years to build our infrastructure and our algorithms in order to keep merchants in total compliance among the 67 regulatory bodies that govern surcharging in America. And our technology verifies the credit card processing fee for a credit card being used by a customer real time against 600,000 different card types in our data set. Not only is SurchX new to the industry, we're creating the industry. In fact, we're the only solution that can calculate that transaction fee, place that number very simply and very easily into your shopping cart solution as a line item in your checkout. And for me, the most astonishing thing to share is that we do it for free. We recover as much money as we possibly can for you by law. We charge 50 basis points, or half of 1% of the transaction where allowed. If a credit card being used by a customer is 3.5%, we will add on our 0.5% to make it a total of 4% and bill you at the end of the month for that 0.5%. On the other hand, if a card that's being used by a customer is determined to be a 4% card, we don't charge our fee at all because the maximum allowable is 4%. It's also important to point out that by law, certain cards that customers might use are not allowed to be charged a credit card processing fee. That includes debit cards, certain government-issued cards, and so on. And probably more importantly is to point out that surcharging regulation is changing on a daily basis. Certain states allow surcharging and certain states don't. We stay on top of those regulations to keep you in compliance at all times. I mean, what more could a merchant ask for than to be able to recover 30% of their net margin, returned straight to their bottom line, and it doesn't cost them a penny? And there's 0 risk. We take all the compliance risk. It just makes total sense. It's simple, and it's what's going to help American merchants be able to compete in this ever-changing marketplace. And on behalf of all of my team here at SurchX, we want to help you charge forward.